People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right. We are here early in the afternoon to do a podcast with a friend from Ireland, and we're waiting on him to log on, and I sent him a text and I said, hey, we're waiting for you. And he said, yeah, man, there was my friend passed away today and things have been crazy. So things happen. Life happens. It's one of those things. And what am I going to do? I'm going to call up another friend real quick and say, hey, can you be on the podcast last minute? They don't have anything. They don't have anything prepared. I mean, we got the babysitter on duty right now. Everything's locked in.
Yeah.
She's got hair and makeup done. We're ready to rock and roll. And we got no guest. So guess what? It's going to be Natalie and me.
You get more of just us. Aren't you thrilled?
That's some of our family's favorite podcast anyway. They don't know magic. So they're like, hey, I like hearing you guys. But Natalie, you were telling me something. You just did a podcast thing and she said, I got the idea for a post for my devotional this morning.
I did.
I said, well, just save it. We need filler here. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Fill for
it's
me.
Just
Fill.
filler.
Fill.
No, I needed to have a post and I was typing how do you say feverishly before we started the podcast because I just wanted to get it out. Get it out and fix it up later because I just wanted to have the thoughts, get them out so I don't forget them. Right?
I'm waiting to hear them.
Okay. So my devotional last night said, hurt, heal, help. Although it's difficult, discipline is temporary discomfort that can lead to permanent or long-term enjoyment. And so I was telling Wes that this really kind of reminded me of my health journey because I was hurting. I was physically hurting, but also my health was holding me back and doing things in life. Like I was not comfortable getting in pictures. I was extremely uncomfortable in bathing suits. I did it anyway, but I couldn't say I was fully enjoying myself because I was very self-conscious. So I was hurting. I was hurting in so many ways. I wasn't the mom that I wanted to be. I wasn't the wife that I wanted to be. I just wasn't living life. I was hurting. So then you get to heal. So in healing, I reached out and asked for help. And healing, a big part of it was weight loss because that helped me in so many ways. But also something that's even bigger, I think, is the mindset changes. Just changing your mindset and the way that you think about things, like waking up in the morning and instead of going, oh, the alarm just went off, immediately I go to, I am so thankful I had a night of sleep. I am so thankful the boys slept through the night if they did that night. I am so thankful that I have a nice warm bed to sleep in. And it just makes you start your day off on a more positive note. So different things like that. That's just one of the things. I thought it sounded hokey when I first started doing it, but it truly, really works. Because Wes could tell you,
is not a morning
person.
She is not a morning person.
I am so not a morning person, but I don't know if you've noticed. I feel like I've gotten a little better because I try to be a little bit more positive when I wake up in the morning.
We have 5 acres, and while she's sleeping, I'm on the other back 5 back there. I'm back in the back forest. I hide from her while she sleeps. I don't want to step on a stick or anything. I'm scared.
I feel like
so I don't know that
better.
she's changed because I hide.
I feel like I'm doing better. But anyway, so hurt, heal, and then help. You've healed, you've learned from this, help others. And that's what I'm doing. I have seen that I had this gift handed to me and it has improved so many things in my life that I want to help others. I want to pass the gift on. And in helping others, it also gives me so much joy. I love seeing other people thrive. I love seeing other people healing from their hurt. So that's just kind of what my post will be about today. And I had to get that out. And I thought it was really kind of neat that I got that from my devotional.
And this week, I think I surprised Natalie when I just said, I give up on the Magic of Giving project.
Yes.
We did Magic of Giving for 15 years. I did 10 years of a 24-hour magic show. And I did 5 years of a monthly giving back where I did magic in every episode, but I also gave back in a magical way.
Yeah.
It has just gotten to a point where not that I don't enjoy giving back. I get back when I give back.
Yeah.
You do. You really do.
Yes.
But since the pandemic, we have the twins. We can't do the type of things I want to do because it's just so much more. Maybe we can get into it when they're 5 and they're more independent.
Yeah.
Just start it up again. Because we started this before Lana was born, but dragging one kid along, she could sit in the car while we're handing out stuff, watch an iPad or whatever, have the windows open, door open, whatever. The car is right there.
Yeah.
And we're on the corner of in front of Walmart, just giving somebody free umbrellas when it's raining.
Right. And you started that type of thing. So you were doing the staying out in front of Walmart for 24 hours. But when she was little, you're still doing that. But she was
helping
4 or 5 by the time we started the actual going out and
Right.
doing things. So she was older than the boys. Plus there was just one of her. And you know, we could handle it better. Not to say that we're not going to give back. There are other things that we can do to give
100%.
back.
We already talked about it.
But yeah, I want to say we're not giving up on giving back. It's just, we're not giving up. It's just, we realize that it's.
I was waiting to get my newsletters out until I had the new Magic of Giving episode up. And with COVID, I couldn't go out and go places. I couldn't.
Right.
So we were filming all the episodes in here and I'm just donating randomly to good charities. This is the Soldier Solutions.
Yeah.
And they get dogs for PTSD military guys. That's what you buy clothing and % of the proceeds go to that. And they're great charities and they're great clothes and great people we're doing stuff from. But I was getting tired of seeing me in the magic room.
Yeah.
You know, it was just, I liked going to venues. I liked giving back and going to a nursing home and giving them word doodles and candy and making little gift baskets and visiting them and showing them magic. And that was fun. And you can't do that with 6 people on a whim, showing up in an RV.
On a timeline. So it was,
Also
on a timeline. It was, we have to get this done at this point, and if our schedule didn't allow, then we felt rushed, and then it was just hard. And so, things started to just happen in here. So let's give money to this place, let's give money to that place, and we can totally keep doing that. But the things where we were going out and about and getting them, it just wasn't fitting into our schedule with everything that we have going on, and then plus loading everybody up and getting everybody to go. I think
sometimes it's a 20-minute shoot, sometimes it's 5 hours.
Right. And I think that we can still do that here and there, but at least now it won't be under pressure.
Yeah, I'll still be doing.
We have to get it done. We have to get it done. It's like, okay, hey, do you want to go to the nursing home? They will love our kids. Let's bring some little thingies. Let's call them, see if we can do it. And let's take the kids. The kids will love it. The elderly will love it. Let's go. And it doesn't have to be under a timeline pressure.
Well,
figuring out schedule and all that jazz. We can do it.
Yeah.
More relaxed, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
It was just another thing that I was trying to shoehorn in, trying to get everything done. We got Patreon videos we have to get out and edit. We have the podcast we have to get out and edit. We have the podcast clips.
We've added a lot of things to our plate since COVID started.
Yeah.
We didn't have podcasts or Patreon or health business or your magic shop or different things like that before COVID started. Right. It's like COVID started and we just decided to start all these new things. So.
And it was just one of those things. I told her, and I surprised the heck out of her because I'm so passionate about the Magic of Giving project. And I've been approached by other places to make it a television show before I had Magiclife. And Natalie was scared of that because she was afraid like every episode was going to be the same thing. And we're like, no, we can, if we have a budget. I mean, imagine making a car appear for somebody and giving it to them, which we did in an episode of Magic of Giving. Mm-hmm. But imagine paying off someone's student debt. And my publicist came up with an idea of magically giving somebody groceries for a year, get a sponsor with the grocery store. But
so, when it's just the two of us.
Yeah, and it's coming out of our pocket.
Yeah, and we can't pay off student loans.
No, but I'm saying for a television show, like a national television show with a budget,
right? You
can do amazing things.
Yeah.
But I'm bummed out, but it's just one of those things we're just putting on the back burner for a while. We'll still be doing stuff. I was talking to my father-in-law, her dad, yesterday about doing now that masks are done in hospitals, I can go visit the kids this Christmas.
Yeah.
And Natalie said, well, we're doing Christmas here this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it could be Christmas time. It doesn't have to be Christmas Day.
Yeah.
It could be New Year's. It could be Christmas time.
Yeah.
So
That's fine.
I mean, we'll still be doing that. We'll still be doing the toy lift.
I just thought you forgot. I thought you forgot that we weren't going to. We have gone to my parents' house for Christmas on Christmas Day, since I've known you, because his family would do Christmas Eve, and then he'd come visit my family on Christmas Day, and then when we were together, we did Christmas Eve with his family, and then went to my parents for Christmas Day, and then when his family's Christmas Eve thing kind of first they moved it so that for other people's schedules and things, and then it just kind of petered out, which is sad. We just started going to my parents after our show that we had on Christmas Eve, and then spend Christmas Day with
It was
them.
because my mom died that my family just stopped. My brother and my sister just gave up.
True.
Mom died.
Yeah.
Oh
which is
well.
sad. Very sad. But yeah, we've offered to do it, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. But it's a lot to pack up everybody's stuff, all the presents, and go down there, unpack it there so that we can have everything on Christmas, pack it back up, put it back in the car, come all the way home and unpack it so that everybody can have their stuff in the house. And with just adding the twins into the mix, it's a lot more stuff and it's a lot more work for me to have to, because I have to pack for them. Luckily, Lana can pack her stuff herself, but I still have to follow up as, hey, you got underwear in there? You got,
You do that for me too, though.
I do. Do you remember your underwear?
I went to Vegas for a week and forgot underwear.
Yeah. So it'll be easier. And I think at this point in time, it's going to be nice to make our own traditions, our own little family traditions. And my parents understood. They said, quite honestly, we are amazed that you've been coming this long, as long as you have. So they understood. Yeah, we did make it work for as long as we possibly could, but it got to a point where it was just too much. It was a lot. And so. Well,
the kids would take a nap. We brought the RV this year. We slept in the driveway, and because they're running out of room in their house because they're raising her sister's 4 kids, which are all teenagers now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just no more spare rooms, and we're on an air mattress, and we're like, we got this great RV, let's use that.
Yeah.
While the kids are napping, I'm packing toys that they opened up for Christmas, and every cabinet and every nook and cranny I can get,
so that we
trying to get
bed.
all home. And the bunk beds were loaded with toys and presents and boxes for the ride home.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing was loaded.
Right.
It was crazy.
It was.
And we had to bring all that stuff there and all that stuff back, and then triple the stuff home because we all got presents.
Yeah, but we got rid of some too.
Yeah, but we got rid of like a necklace for your mom, and we gained a play area plastic thing that was even bigger. You know what I mean? Some of the boxes got bigger, and toys. And
anyway,
Fisher Price stuff is big.
The whole point of it is that we're doing Christmas at our house this year. We're going to make new family little traditions and do our own thing. And I thought he forgot. And so I thought that's why he was saying, oh, go for Christmas to the hospital. I'm like, we're not going to be here.
You're talking about giving back and how great it feels.
Yeah.
When I go room to room and do those kids things, there's nothing like it in the world. I told her if I hit the lottery, I'd want to do that.
Absolutely.
I'd still want to do that. That's one of the best things in the world. That's using your talent for good, man.
Yeah.
Not a paycheck.
Nope.
It's just putting smiles on those faces.
Good. Yeah. At a time of year when they want to be home, that's the worst time to be in the hospital. It is never fun to be in the hospital, but to have to be in the hospital over Christmas when, just want to be home with your family and celebrate Christmas. It's the worst. And when you're a kid, Christmas is huge. So, yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. Well, tell them about Memorial Day. We just got back to your parents' house.
Yeah, we went down to my parents' house for Memorial Day. We did it all in one day. So it was a lot of drive time, but I think it was worth it. We were going to get in their pool. They have a pool.
That was the whole plan of the trip. That was the whole reason. They said, we're going to have the pool open next week. So if you guys get any time off during the summer, summer's our busy season.
Yeah.
So it's like, we have Memorial Day off, the day off.
Yeah. We'll come down then. And they're like, oh, you can come, but the pump's broken. So pool's not ready yet. I'm like, what's up?
I feel like I got tricked into that one.
And then I was like, so I told him, I said, well, you guys can come our way if you want to. either way, it doesn't matter. But my dad was on call, so he couldn't go that far. So we went down to them, which was fine. They grilled out and made yummy, yummy, yummy dinner. It was good.
I did not do healthy eating yesterday.
I did. I was a good girl.
Her dad makes the best corn on the grill, and I had 5 ears of corn by myself. Talk
Wow.
about gluttony.
I did not know you had 5. I saw you with 2 over there. I guess you threw away the evidence between plates, huh?
Yeah,
I didn't know you
I
had.
don't want my food touching.
I didn't know you had that many. That's funny. That's okay. He said he made extra just for you.
It was so good. It was so good. I'm getting excited talking about it. He puts like peppercorn flakes on them and roasts them on the. It was so good, so good.
He grilled
yeah.
squash too, though. That was my favorite. I love it.
I had a piece of squash,
And the chicken was yummy.
and he had boneless chicken, which God bless him. I told my little girl as I was walking by her, I said, you know, it's nothing worse than picking bones and tendons and veins out of your chicken. This got none of that. You can just eat the whole thing. So good. And it was not breaded. It was good.
Yummy. Yep. And it was rainy when we got there.
Did
so
you put anything on your chicken? You
no.
just
No, it was seasoned and grilled.
They had sugar-free barbecue sauce, which was
Oh yeah. Did you eat that?
pretty good. It was good. It was good. I liked it. I never had sugar-free before.
That's the healthy kind.
Never had that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was yummy.
So anyway, but we stayed inside for the first part of the day. And then after we had lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it, mid-afternoon meal, it got sunny out. So we all went outside and played around, and the boys had a grand time, and it was nice.
They got bicycles out eventually. Lana was
Yeah.
riding the bike. Then I got on Lana's bike. She took a break doing something else. Yard darts.
Yeah, but they're not darts.
Oh, that's so silly. It's like yard darts that you used to have in the 70s, early 80s. But these have like rubber things on the bottom, and it's just heavy, so it just lands in a circle on the other side. And I was making fun of them. There's no danger in that. There's no danger. But I started riding the bike, and then Julian was like clawing at me. So I picked him up and tried to hold him on my hip as I was riding, and that didn't work. So I was like, I don't know what to do. You got to get down. And he's clawing harder now. So I'm like, I'll try. Wait a second. So I just put him on my shoulders, and he's slapping my bald head, and he's having a great time.
He was smiling ear to ear. It was adorable.
I did like 5 circles around that little thing. I went down to the old barn and came back up their driveway, parked the bike, and I'm like, all right, hop down. He's climbing back up. It's like, daggone it, kid. So we rode some more. Oh, man.
He really loves it.
So
He's
Lex,
like, Dad, you got to work off those 5 years of corn.
and 5 years, I didn't mind pumping this thing. So Lex would have nothing to do with it. Lex, I think, is afraid of heights after being dropped.
Yeah, he's not.
I think he's got
He doesn't.
PTSD from that.
Possibly. He's not as big as like on the trampoline. He'll jump up and down, but he'll let you hold his hands and jump with him. But Julian loves it when he's on the trampoline and Wes throws him up in the air and catches him. He thinks that is the best.
Or putting him on my shoulders and me jumping on the trampoline.
Loves
Julian loves that.
Lex doesn't like that, and he doesn't like. He tolerates getting thrown, but his face goes like fearful, like and then he's happy, and then he's happy. Like he's scared looking face when he's up in the air, and then he's happy when he.
But how old was he when the babysitter passed out and dropped him? How old was he?
Not even a year. Not even a year. So it was it July? It's either July. He was July, so he was probably about 10 months old.
Do you really think he still remembers it, or you think it's just something in him?
Might just be something in him. I don't know. Or that just might be part of his personality without whether that had happened or not. It might just be who he is. I was terrified of heights when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I'm better now. So
anyway.
It might just be who he is.
But also, big news in our house is our babysitter started driving.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. She finally got her driver's license at 19. It is so nice. So we still have to go and pick her up and drop her off if she goes home because she doesn't have a car yet. She may soon, but not yet. But for things like, hold on. Woo, bless me. But I order groceries online now. I just got in the habit after coming home from the hospital. I didn't have the stamina with blood clots in my lungs to go do a full grocery shop. And then it was like.
And I get lost in a grocery store. I'll make 50 phone calls.
Oh my gosh. So I might as well have gone myself by the time I'm on the phone with him so much. But And then it's just like schedule's getting busier, needing to get things done. Just go ahead and order it. Then you just have to pick it up and go. And it's so much easier. But now I don't have to go pick it up. She'll go pick it up for us. And she doesn't mind. She's like, I'll go pick up your groceries. Oh, thank you. That's such a big help. So she goes and picks up groceries.
Do you think it's like you, when you were a little girl, though, you said that you were like, Mom, do you need milk? I'll go to the store.
Oh, that was
I
the
don't
day.
think Willow's like that.
No. I don't think so. I think that's
Willow's
just her
like, I'll
being
go.
helpful. Yeah. I think that's just her being helpful. She's like, well, I'll go. Gives her something to do. Me, the day I got my license, we get home and I go, hey, you need milk? I'll go get it. And I was out the door before they could say, no, we don't need milk. I was like, yes, you do. And I went to get milk because I just wanted to be able to drive by myself. I was excited.
I remember my dad worked at a video store the day I got my license. And usually I just spend the whole shift with my dad.
Mhm.
Just I'd be with my dad.
Yeah.
I have my license now though. Dad, can I go home? You just got your license. And a customer behind the counter. You need to let him spread his wings eventually, Johnny. I'm talking to my dad.
Yeah.
Dad's like, all right. Gave me the keys. And I was driving my dad's Bronco home.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was pretty sweet.
Yeah. So I think she doesn't mind. I don't think she minds driving, but it's not like this really exciting thing for her. That's why it took her until she was 19 to get her driver's license, because it's not something she was really looking forward to and anything. But
I don't get it.
it does help us out because we send her on errands.
Well, the first errand I sent her on,
Which is good because the more practice you have, the more confident you get, even when you have your license.
But the first errand I sent her on, I thought I was being like, I'm 45, she's 19. She thinks of me as an old man.
Mm.
And I said, hey, look, do you mind going to Tractor Supply for me? I just need one thing. No, I don't mind. All right. I Googled it. I said, this is exactly what I need. And this is what it does. It's a seed that I grow my fodder to feed the chickens. 50 pounds of seed makes like 400 pounds of fodder. It's great and it's cheap and they love it. But you got to get this. And all the bags look the same in the store. So just find an employee, show them the picture on your phone and just say, hey, do this. Because she's nervous. She doesn't want to talk to employees. So I'm trying to get her to do that to break her out of that mold of being mousy. Don't be scared of people. Yeah, don't be scared of people.
Yeah.
Just, my uncle sent me for this. I don't know what this is. I'm in Tractor Supply. I don't know anything about this store. What is this? But no, she found it because she didn't want to ask anybody. Then Lana goes to pick it up and Lana grabs the paper off of it with the code and ripped it off.
The code. I thought you meant like the piece that opened it. I'm like,
no,
oh my
but she grabbed that and she tried to pick it up with that and it ripped off in her hand.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we don't want to buy that one. We'll buy the one beside it. And then they grab it and they walk out. But the one beside it was horse feed. They thought the same pallet would have the same stuff.
Yeah.
But they just stack them high. It's not all the same. You have to look. So it's
and it was 20, the same color, all that stuff. So the bags look very similar.
There's a picture of a horse in the front and a big old some kind of. It looks like a bratwurst cut in thirds is how big these chews are.
Oh my goodness!
Compared to
tiny little seeds,
which there's a picture of on the box. 20-minute drive out, they give me this stuff. 20-minute drive back, they get the stuff. So here's the thing: it's our gas money. Yeah, she messed up and it's her time, but it's our gas money she wasted.
Yeah.
And my animals were hungry that day.
Well, they didn't get their extra fodder. That was an extra. They didn't go hungry.
But
don't say they went hungry.
But I felt stupid for texting the picture. I'm like, is this overkill? I'm not doing too much. I don't want to be the old man. Just now now this is what you get, really holding their hands. Oh, she still screwed up.
Well, she got an extra trip out.
Yeah, more practice
because she went to return it and get their thing.
But I was excited because I was like, she's got her license. Does this mean I don't have to drive her all the way to Lincoln now?
He was so excited because she gets allergy shots because she has really, really bad allergies. So she gets allergy shots and they're like weekly appointments.
Last week we left at noon, got home at 6:30.
You guys went so many other places though.
We left at noon, got home at 6:30. The reason we left the house, allergy shot.
Yeah, but you didn't have to go everywhere. You went to the comic store and you went to Walmart. And
I had to pick up Superman comics.
Had to.
Yeah.
Had to.
And then you sent me to Walmart.
No, you went to Walmart and you said, do you need anything there? And I said, sure. here, get this, that, and the other thing while you're there. But that was just on my list to order next time I ordered. But
Are you sure?
I don't think it was me.
I know I needed spray paint for the table that lady broke.
Yeah. So you went for that, and you went for cans of air, but you also got a couple other things.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, he got real excited. He goes, "Yes, you could drive yourself to the allergy appointment."
Here's my keys.
She goes, "Actually, they recommend having somebody with you." Darn it.
In case she swells up.
Yeah, if she has a reaction, she needs somebody with her if it like happens so quick that, she needs help. So
I know we've said this on the podcast. It's an hour and a half drive. She puts earbuds in. She doesn't talk to you. It's just boring.
Well, you guys give
And
yourself 2 hours to get there.
And we need it.
Yeah. So it's a
I don't know
2 hour
why.
drive.
It's 2 hours. Why?
It's in a different part of Lynchburg that takes longer to get to, apparently.
So it's 2 hours to get there. She walks out of the car. She gets her shot. She comes right back. I swear, I think I see her foot hanging out the door. Like they shoot her at the door because she's right back in the car. And she sets the alarm for 30 minutes. So they made her wait in the parking lot for 30 minutes.
To make sure she doesn't have a reaction.
And
Which has
one
happened a
time,
couple times.
and one time,
And this is what your fault. This is your fault because he goes, "Oh, if she had a reaction, it would make it so worth it because I could see what happened." And then you regretted those words.
it's a
didn't you?
4 hour drive. I mean, she swelled up and her lip got big and her eyes bulged out. That'd be funny. That'd be worth it. It'd be funny.
You
It
were so
wasn't funny
mean.
at all. It
You're
wasn't
so
funny at all
mean.
because I got punished more. Because then she went back in. They had to observe her, which was another hour,
Yep.
and they had to give her something else. And
He
then
like did an EpiPen on her or something, and then yeah.
we wait. So 30-minute wait. All right. Well, we need stuff at Walmart, so we snuck off out of the parking lot and went to Walmart, which is 5 miles down the road.
Which you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to stay.
And we went in there, and she's like, "Is it itchy in here? I'm hot. Are you itchy? Are you hot?" And she, "Oh no." So we called and they're like, "Get back here, get back now." And when we got there was like a whole medical team on the sidewalk waiting to escort her in.
And I think since you guys had left, they decided to keep her inside.
Yeah.
And then they kept her inside for her 30-minute wait for like the next 3 or 4 visits that you guys went on.
It's not fun.
But anyway,
It is not a fun day.
yeah.
What else were we gonna say?
But
about
at
that?
least in this, but now that she has her license, she can drive herself. She can drive, and Wes can sit in the passenger seat and get some work done, which I think helps. Yes.
I can get some office work done at least. I can
Yeah.
play around a little bit.
So
I can't get like office work done, but I can
you
little
can get
bit.
your social media stuff done. You can get
I
some
can
stuff
post and do
done.
some stuff.
Yeah, you can get some stuff done. So I think that helps at least. I
Yeah.
know it does.
Yeah.
So
But and then the internet's not so good down that road. That's another
Well,
thing.
that's why you do your work when you're on 64.
You take 29 South getting there.
You don't go 64 like we go to my parents' house?
We go 64 to exit 118.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So from 148 to 118.
But from our house to 64 is 10 miles.
that's
I
too
can't look at my
backroadish.
phone.
Me
I'll throw
neither.
up.
Yeah.
All right, what else are we talking about here? We got a whole bunch of stuff to say, and we're already 30 minutes in the podcast. You put nighttime fires as something to talk about. I can't keep firewood around this girl. I cannot keep it made. We have a magic shop, brand new business we started. She's got her health business. We're doing 400 shows a year. We got 52 episodes of a podcast each week. And at nighttime, she wants to relax and have me build a fire.
Mhm.
She wants to relax and have me chop wood. She wants to relax and have me go find wood to go burn.
It's the man's
Go.
job. Okay.
I can't keep wood. I can't keep wood out there.
No. I think it's only fair.
And then I go outside and cut
No.
wood. And she says, "Are you avoiding the family? You've been gone all day."
Listen,
You do.
I cook, I clean the house, I teach homeschool, I run your business, I run my business. I give people baths. The least you can do is go cut some wood. Oh,
Okay.
I do the laundry. Thank you very much.
What
So,
do I do around here?
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I figure that's the man's job to go cut some wood and have some firewood. Recently, it hasn't been indoor fires. It's been outdoor fires around the fire pit outside, which I thought you enjoyed.
I do enjoy it.
So, when
But I see my wood piles
like I said, I
dwindling.
have more energy now that I've gotten healthy. When it used to be him suggesting, "Hey, you want to do fire outside?" And I'd be like, "Oh, so I don't even feel like going outside."
Well, here's the other
And
thing, though.
now I'm like, yeah, let's do a fire outside. It would be so much fun. And the boys are in an age where you're not having to worry about them fall into the fire anymore, for the most part. What?
Used to be a lot harder because the boys just laid there, or you had to you had to bring their high chairs out there.
Or the bouncy seats. Yeah.
That you don't have to
Yeah.
do all that anymore either. That's a big bonus.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
That is.
That was a lot of work.
Now they're doing much better next to the fire. They love to help Wes throw things in the fire, like, you know, cardboard and stuff when he's trying to get it started, and little sticks or leaves. They just like throwing that in there. They know not to get right up to it for the most part. Every once in a while, I mean, they're two. You still have to remind them. Or they're come a running and you just have to stand up so if they fall, they're not, you know, falling into the fire pit. But for the most part, you don't have to worry about them like you used to. Because it used to be like, ooh, fire, let's go directly into it. And now they're not doing that anymore. So it's easier and it's nice. And I enjoy going out by the fire when it's not too freezing cold outside. And I thought you did too.
I do. Another thing, somewhere along the line, I got like over 100 glow necklaces. I think it might be for our Halloween party. Like I bought like.
Oh yeah.
Did I buy like 100 of them?
I don't. Possibly you might have bought them like online, and it was just cheap to get a whole bunch of them.
Well, I have in my work shed out there. I have a whole drawer devoted to glow sticks and glow necklaces. I have glow glasses. If I get those out, Lana's gonna go crazy. But you gotta wait for a night. Well, let's wait for a night where we're gonna stay out there longer, 20 minutes. But yeah.
We usually stay around an hour or so.
Okay, but I mean, it just got dark hard when we go in.
Yeah.
Like we're not out there till 10.
Yeah. Well.
We usually go out around dusk and stay out for an hour.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we usually go around 9:30. Go back in.
But the boys, every time you crack a glow stick, it's like the first time they've ever seen it, and they love it.
Yep. And you put a necklace around their neck, and they Lex just hold it. While it's around his neck, he holds it in his hand. He loves it. And Julian loves them too. And then when it gets dark, you know where they are, because they don't stay right next to the fire. They're wandering around, you know,
picking up sticks and exploring, and
for the most part close. Yeah. So, you know, you can see them now because they're glowing. It's easier to keep track of them.
It's pretty cute. I mean, we talk and we're looking at each other, and Willow's talking to us, and Lana's on her phone or whatever, and we're like, "Uh-oh, where's Julian?" Never mind.
There he is.
You see the little glow over here running.
Yeah, it's adorable. It's a lot of fun.
So, talk about Lana being on her phone. How's homeschool going?
It's going.
Going doesn't sound positive.
No, it's going. We have the typical, I mean, I think every kid, you get to this point in the school year and you're pulling some teeth to get through. Both of us are looking forward to the end of the school year. We still have 6 weeks left.
And most kids have already finished their grade for the year.
Well,
right?
the kids across the street has like another 3 or 4 more weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So not everybody's done with school. I think it's like half and half. Some people are done with school, like the nieces and nephews in my parents' house. They're still in school. So some people are already in summer break. Some people aren't. They will be in the next few weeks. We're going longer. And Lana is like, oh, it's so ridiculous. All my friends are out of school. And I'm like, and yet all your friends are going to go back to school mid-August, whereas you're not going back to school until the end of September, because we don't start school until we get back from vacation. And we take vacation like the 3rd week or so-ish of September.
MAES is like 8, 9, 10 of September, and we always go the week after that.
Yeah. And so I'm like, why start and do, because it would be, I would start the beginning of September. So then we do a week of school and then
2 weeks off.
Yeah. And then, 2 weeks off and then start again. And it's like, why? And so we just start after vacation. And so that's why she's going. So we start a month late. So she's going a month longer than most kids. Plus, I think she had a much longer Christmas break than some of these kids did. Because our schedule goes uber crazy nuts around the holidays. And on top of that, we're trying to do all the traditions and make all the cookies and deliver all the pumpkin bread and do all the shop. We like to do some shopping and go out and go shopping. But we have to, and we like to go on the weekdays because 1, there's less people out on the weekdays, and 2, we have shows pretty much every weekend. We can't go shopping on the weekends. So that takes up school days. And it's just, I think she had a longer Christmas break. And so between starting late and having longer Christmas break, she's going longer into the summer. But It'll be all right. We're getting there.
And you had some sick days where your illness took you out.
Yes, I did. Which
Right?
isn't good. Yeah. That I took a week off of school. We would have had 5 weeks, but I got a really bad sinus infection and I couldn't.
Well, you told me
It was awful.
with your chest pain and taking that oxycodone stuff.
Yeah, I can't think when
She
that
said,
happens.
I can't do it. I said, well, take the
Yeah.
day off.
Yeah. But usually if it's just a day, I can make it up because we're on a 4-day per week
School week.
schedule. Yeah, we do school 4 days a week. So if I miss a day because of that, I can always make it up on like, instead of Monday through Thursday, I can have a Friday as well. So, but anyway, I'm trying here, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Math will end in a couple weeks because they only have 30 weeks instead of 36 weeks.
So I don't know anything about teaching homeschool. I've only done it a couple times. Is there a way to speed it up? Like, hey, honey, if you really want to speed it up, you want to read the rest of this book today and read the rest of this book tomorrow? Would she do that? Could she do that?
She doesn't want to do that. I offered. I was like, do you want to do a couple days at a time? Do you want to do 5 days a week instead of 4 days?
That would knock off a week.
Yeah. She doesn't want to do it. And so I'm just like, well, whatever. Then we're just going to go for as long as we go.
Okay.
So it is what it is.
We were talking about Christmas and I had that down the list. I've been like shopping a lot lately. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I don't know what's wrong with you either.
I went, is it too early to Christmas shop?
A little bit.
We're in May.
May. It's the very end of May. It's a little early.
I bought,
The problem with it being so early is you're going to get this stuff. You're going to put it somewhere and then you're going to forget that you got it for people.
no,
And then we're going to go and we're going to go shopping for those people and get them even more things.
you say that, but I have a list on my phone.
And yet when you buy stuff early, you never put it on that list.
Well, that's all you have to do. And I have a hiding place for stuff. I got it all taken care of.
You say you do, but I'm okay. Well, you better put it on the list then. That you got them something.
When it comes in, I'll do it. But
Mhm.
yeah, I've been shopping a lot lately. And if it's not Christmas stuff, because I feel like that is checking off a tick list, right? Ticky, check off the, what do you call it? To-do list.
Mm-hmm.
I've been shopping for my website.
Oh yeah.
So I started magiciansmagicshop.com, where I worked at a magic shop when I was 19 years old, and I still have all the contacts of all the wholesale companies. And I've bought magic wholesale. I've bought magic collections over my life. I've been given magic collections during my life. I love magic. Any reason to dive deeper into the magic world and learn more secrets and do more magic, that's my passion. I love it. And I told Natalie last month, I said, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do it. And I said, it doesn't have to be a thriving business. As long as I break even, I'm happy. I mean, really, that we're doing good with your business. We're doing good with my magic business. But the magic shop, if it just breaks even.
I would like for it to make something. That would be nice.
No, but yeah.
It would be nice.
Check out the prices and
Don't
see how
settle.
I'm making money.
Don't
Yeah, but
settle.
I mean, the prices are good for you guys. I don't rack stuff up just to make money short term. I want you to buy from me a long time. But I've bought some magic collections that I'm going through and I'm putting some stuff up. And I'm shopping for that website specifically. So I'm going on different sites and doing different things. And I put a new item up for sale like every single day. I'd probably say I did 6 new items on the website last week. And that's pretty much what I'm averaging. I also have Magician's Magic Shop Instagram. You can check that out and see a whole bunch more. And we're filming like tutorial videos for the Patreon people and showing them. And if you're a patron of ours on Patreon, you get a discount on our magic shop. So that's another reason. $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever program you get, package you buy, you also get a discount on our Magician's Magic Shop page. So check it
Nice.
out. I got new Tenyo stuff. I got Mr. Danger. I love Tenyo stuff. Mr. Danger, there's an old coin trick where you put a coin in a container, not like this one, but you put a coin in a container and you take swords, little tiny little like umbrella straw swords, and you stick them through the coin. How does that happen? Well, it's in every kid's magic kit growing up, and I love that trick. And Mr. Danger is kind of like that. You have a plexiglass stick figure that goes inside this little wallet, And once he's in there, there's
What is-
no way he can go.
Yeah.
There's nowhere he can go.
Yeah.
And you lock on the edges so that you can't open the flap or have something slide out. And everything's at your fingertips. They can hold it.
Mhm.
And you take all these swords, 11 swords, and poke through the stick figure. It's awesome. It's a great trick.
And he's totally fine when he comes back out.
It's a good trick.
Yeah.
It's good.
It is good.
So Mr. Danger's on our website. We also have, I want to tell you one more thing. I'm doing a plug for the website now. But we have a comic book on the website. I wish I had it in front of me. And I made you
Yep.
read the first. How awesome is it?
It was good. It was cute. I liked it.
So it is by Richard Wiseman, and they're true stories of the past in comic book form. But while they're telling the story, they get you to do, like, they'll tell you about muscle reading, and then they'll explain what muscle reading is. They show you a trick that you can use muscle reading. And the first story is about a guy who has cataclysm, is what they called it, I think,
I
right?
think so that sounds about right.
And he had a note in his pocket.
Similar.
He would just like, almost like narcolepsy,
He just seize up.
he would just seize up and he would like rigor mortis and he would look dead. He said he was totally with it. He could hear and see everything, but he's like rigor mortis. And it happened to him on stage when he was doing a mind reading act. And they carried him off stage and carried him upstairs and laid him in a bed because they were like, the juggler's up next. We can't just have this guy laying on the stage. Doctors came to check him out and said, yeah, he's not moving. He's dead. But he did an awesome mind reading show. I wonder, I'd like to examine his brain and see if there's something special going on there. So they
Chopped him up and took out his brain, killed him.
cut the roof of his head off
Not
to see if the
okay.
brain was any. Well, it was. They said his brain was bigger than normal, but there was nothing
Special.
spectacular about it. And in inspecting his brain, that's what killed him. And his tombstones, his mother paid for, said that he was murdered by the doctors.
Yeah.
And what was
And
it?
they did go to jail, but then they got off because it was like, well, they didn't do it on purpose type thing. They thought he was dead.
Right. And the note in his pocket had
Did
fallen
they
out
not know to
somewhere or something.
search for a heartbeat? I mean, his heart has to be working even when he's like that.
It may have slowed down to such. Who knows?
Yeah. He had a note in his pocket, but something happened to the note.
Like it fell out when they carried him upstairs or something.
Yeah.
But you play a game, and like the old David Copperfield things, where you put your finger on the TV screen, and you count around and do different things. You get to do that. It's an interactive comic book. You play the game. And that's just story one of 3 stories in the first comic book. And there's 5 comic books in this hardbound book. And I had to get one for myself. It's awesome. I would pull mine out of my bookshelf here, but mine's on my desk downstairs, so I'm still reading it. I love it. I love it. But it's called Hocus Pocus by Richard Wiseman. Check it out on Magician's Magic Shop. You can see a demo with a commercial and everything for it. It is really cool. I really like it. Not just because I'm selling it. I bought it for myself anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do we have going on? The RV. We finally have good news about the RV.
Yeah, they finally figured out what's wrong. Some sort of electrical box needs to be replaced, and that should take care of all the flashing, the backup camera not working, not being able to adjust the mirrors, not being able to level out.
Everything's just kind of gone. Still runs great,
Yeah,
but nothing works
Right.
electronic wise. I'm
Right.
lucky I have headlights.
probably.
If you think about it.
Probably. So, but anyway, so they know what it is. Now they just gotta replace it, and yeah. So hopefully, we're hoping, fingers crossed, we can get it back at some point tomorrow, so that we can take it on Thursday to our show at Massanutten.
And Massanutten. This makes 20 years I've been a performer at Massanutten. So for 19 of those years, I did the evening show at Massanutten, which was
You did the daytime show.
evening. It was afternoon show, yeah,
Yeah.
daytime show. And 19 years I did that, and I did a 14-week contract.
Mm-hmm.
And this year they were like, well, they want to hire you at the other side. Would you be against doing that, or would you rather be over there? They were kind of just saying,
Because the evening show, so they had the afternoon show, which is what we're doing, and then they have evening shows. Like, I think they start at 6:00 in the evening, and somebody else, some other department puts them up. But the lady that was hiring us for the daytime shows, she moved there. We were still doing the daytime shows for a year or two after she moved, And then she was getting us to come in, not during the summertime and, fall, winter, spring, to come do some evening shows. And then I think she wanted us in the evening shows anyway. So it worked out. So
God bless her. Stick on
we're
it.
doing the evening shows. We're not doing as many, but it works out better for us anyway.
I think that kind of says it.
Yeah.
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 So you can come see us at Massanutten. I think it's $10 a person, and it's Thursdays. And you can check out my schedule at Wes Iseli.
Tuesdays or Thursdays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's wesiseli.com on the events page has this month's schedule up. But yeah, 20 years at Massanutten. How do I know it's 20 years? Because my dad died in 2003. So like a month after he died, I got an audition to go up to Massanutten. And it was a bad audition. Just it was set up to be done. It wasn't set up flatteringly.
No, I feel like it was set up to absolutely challenge you and for it to come out not very well. It
Right.
sounds like I didn't know you then.
It was a
That's what it sounded
daycare
like.
center while people are skiing. That I'm in there with 2-year-olds, and the executive's sitting there with clipboards in the back row, and like 5 2-year-olds, and they're like, "All right, do your show." I think I had to do the whole show. I think I had to do 45 minutes.
Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, well, it must not have gone too horribly. They hired you. So
Anyway, yeah, I got hired for that. But the thing that I remember besides that, because I can see me blocking that out because that was traumatic. That was just set up for failure. When I pulled up to the guard gate, because you have to go, because it's a residential neighborhood, you have to drive through pretty much to get to the ski lodge because the community is built around that mountain. And you pull up at the gate and you tell them I'm going skiing or I'm doing this or whatever. And the song that played at my dad's funeral was on the country music radio station. And I remember rolling down my window and I'm here to audition at the ski lodge. And I'm bawling. And I don't know. And I drove up there, but boy, it just hit me, man. And I'm
Yeah.
like, but
Sure.
20 years ago, time flies. Golly, time flies. westiseli.com, you'll see us, the schedule's there for all the shows. We got new bunnies last week.
We sure did. We got 6 new bunny rabbits. So they have new home. And we love them. And they're sweet and they're cute. And Lana's trying to name them all. And then we had an incident.
Even though a couple of them are identical, you can't tell them apart. Every
No.
spot is exactly the
It
same.
doesn't matter. She wants to name them something different. But yeah,
So everybody's outside.
the boys love coming out to the animal shed.
Lex picks up dirt, just throws dirt. Lex loves dirt. And Julian
Julian
wants to pet
likes-
the animals.
Like seeing the animals. And so I was there with him in the thing, and he was putting his finger through and just kind of petting at the bunnies. And it wasn't a big deal. Wes wanted to show me something, and so I left no longer than 30 seconds. But too much time. I guess I should have dragged Julian with me. Lesson learned. But I hear, "Mom, Julian got bit." Lana was in there too, but it wasn't her responsibility to watch him. So I come.
Were you helping me do nails?
We were starting. Yes, yeah. We were.
Everybody
starting to
had long
clip all the
nails, and we were flipping
of the
nails.
bunnies.
I have 9 bunnies now, so it's a process to do the nails. Although I knocked it out pretty quick, I was proud of myself.
Yeah. So we were starting that process, and I came out. I think I was bringing you a bunny.
That's all it was. You were just carrying a
Yes.
bunny to me.
Yep.
5 steps away from Julian. It's just
Yeah.
around the corner.
And Mom, Julian got bit. It was one of the bunnies that we just got. We haven't worked with. The people that we got it with from had medical issues. That's why they were giving the bunnies away. They're recovering, but they didn't have time to work with them, so they're a little bit skittish. So a 2-year-old trying to pet you through the cage.
Lana said he was
probably
petting his
freaked him
nose.
out.
Julian was petting its
So-
nose.
Yeah, so he got bit, and so all hell breaks loose. I mean, it's chaos. And Julian is one that when he's having a breakdown, he doesn't want you to come up and give him a hug. So you have to kind of sit off to the side, and he will watch you through his arms or through his fingers. If you're not looking at him, he will come run up with his arms out and get a hug. but it has to be his idea. You can't say, hey, do you want a hug and put your arms out? No. But this, I had to hold him. I had to pick him up. He didn't like that. His hand, I mean, he was bleeding like a stuffed pig. I could not figure out which hand
You
it
had
was
blood
on.
everywhere, so you didn't know what hand it was.
Right. I didn't know which hand it was on. I didn't know which finger got bit. I was assuming one of the pointer fingers, but I don't know. And he's just rubbing his hands together because I think he's trying to rub his finger and make it feel better.
All right, pause real quick.
Yeah.
I'm still trimming nails. So I said, all right, take him, go give him a Band-Aid. I know it's this bad, right?
Oh,
So Lana's bringing me other bunnies, right? And after 5 minutes, Lana, I did that one good. That bunny, that was really fast. The bunnies are doing great. I'm covered in bunny hair, but everything's great. Nails are going. She's getting me another bunny. Everything's great. 5 minutes later, ah! I'm like, now he's falling. Are the other babies falling? Or Lex is falling out
What's
this
with you?
It was 5 minutes later, and it's just like all started up again. I am now at least a football field away from you.
Yeah.
From the deck to the animals is at least a football field.
Yeah. So I was carrying Julian inside. He's rubbing his hands together, getting blood all over his hands. At one point, he threw his head back, put his hands all over his face. He's getting it all over me. Anyway, I walked up. Willow wasn't with us, but she was sitting on the back porch. So I'm walking up the back porch, coming in the back of the house, and she was going, oh my gosh, because she just saw, he had already rubbed it all over his face. It was all over her hair. So I just said, he got bit. So she came in to help me, which was very nice. Because she held him down pretty much while I got his hand underwater and washed it. I needed to clean it. And then he didn't want anybody touching it, which I get because it hurts. He doesn't want it touched. He just don't touch it. So, but I had to. So I tried to put Band-Aids on it, but like after 5 Band-Aids, I was done. He kept taking them off. So I got cotton ball and I got some masking tape and I taped that on around his finger.
You had that handy for Lana's homeschool.
Yeah,
That's what you had.
and so I think it was between some of the Band-Aids that I just took him back outside to the back porch just to sit outside so that,
Change the scenery.
He changed the scenery, but he was still screaming. And I think that's when you heard him because it took a while to get all the blood cleaned off of him, off of me, get his hand clean, and supposedly get it bandaged because it wasn't. So we even went through a couple of Band-Aids while we were outside, which made him not happy, and then took him back inside and wrapped his finger. Well, he got that right off too, even though I had
He just pulls them off.
Finger.
He pulls them off.
So we did it again, but Wes did it, and he wrapped around his finger and then wrapped tape down between his thumb and his forefinger and around his hand and back up to his finger and did that a few times. So it was he couldn't get it off. And I felt so bad. So then we go outside and we let him, just calm down. And I was stressed. I was so stressed.
She had a blood stain on her shoulder that was bigger than a cell phone. It was huge.
Yeah,
it was just blood, just a pool of blood on your arm. I hope it comes out. It's a Penn and Teller shirt.
He was bleeding so much that and thrashing so much that I got it clean, but I couldn't get the best look to see like how deep is it? How bad is it? And so I'm like stressing out, like, am I gonna have to get him to go get stitches or we're gonna have to take him to the doctor? We didn't, he's fine, it's totally fine. But it was just, and so he calmed down, he started playing again, everybody's outside playing. But my sweet little boy, he must have known I needed hugs because I sat on the porch steps and he came up to me and he just hugged me. And that hug lasted for a solid 2 minutes. And then he went away and I was like, oh, I love that hug. And he came back a couple minutes later, gave me a nice long hug again.
Same kid, Julian?
Julian. It was Julian both times. It was like, oh, he must have known I needed hugs because I was stressed out. Either that or he needed hugs. Either way, I was glad to get the hugs. But
didn't you end up with a migraine or something that night? You weren't feeling
I was just stressed.
You said
I might have gotten a headache from just
you said the stress killed you.
Stress. Yeah. I was stressed. I was stressful, I don't know how many minutes, but it was.
Well, I came in,
stressful.
you yelled for me to come in to help wrap.
Because he took off the masking tape and I thought that would stay on.
But that 30 seconds of me helping and figuring out to wrap it down here, Willow's holding him and laying on him and fighting and trying to hold the arm still. And he's kicking and hitting his head against the cat. I mean, he's thrashing.
He doesn't want you to touch it.
Right.
It hurts. He doesn't want anybody to leave
So
him
I'm saying
alone.
that 30 seconds was intense. Because you don't want him hitting his head and hurting himself. You
Right.
don't want him. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But the other crazy thing that happened to us before we moved, we had mice coming in, rats coming into our cage and eating our animal food.
Mm-hmm.
And I set up a trap. And I got a rat. And I hit it with a shovel. And I think it like broke its back. And it was crawling across the cage. And I'm like, all right, well, I got to fix this. He's not going anywhere. He's dragging his butt. So I think I broke his back.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to go fix, put the animal food away so the chickens didn't get it. I don't know what I was doing, but I wanted to put this lid on this box is all I was going to do. And then put the poor thing out of its misery.
2 seconds. That's all it takes. 2 seconds.
And Lana's screaming, ow! What the heck happened to you? She felt bad for the rat and she wanted to give it love. Well, the rat's got a broken back and it bit the heck out of her.
She was shaking it. You told me I wasn't there, but she was shaking her finger trying to get the rat off. Yep. So that we did have to go to the doctor.
And that was embarrassing. My kid got bit by a rat.
I know, right?
It sounds like we live in a.
So
How old is this barn? What is this barn like?
I know. So you're calling the doctor and you're like, my kid got bit by a rat. And you have to go to the doctor because she needs clean butter and whatever else she needs because what if that rat had rabies, right? So you got to take her to the doctor. And so I'm calling the doctor. I'm like, my kid got bit by a rat. And I'm going, the rat was in our animal shed outside. It was outside. It wasn't in our house. Like, because I'm like,
want social services being called.
Exactly. Because I'm thinking, Lord, this wasn't in our house. We don't have rats in our house. We're not like dirty people. This was just outside.
My animal cage is in the woods.
It's like a barn. You're going to have rats and mice in barns.
Free
This
food.
is exactly what it is. Okay. It was outside and it was dying because we were trying to get rid of the rats and she, for some reason, wanted to comfort. You turn around for 2 seconds and she's trying to comfort a flipping rat. And so we did. So anyway, no social services showed up to our door. Thank God. But I mean, I was seriously like, I called the doctor. Like, my kid got bit by a rat. We need to come in. I mean, the rat was in the barn. Like,
you're scared. You don't know.
Yes,
you don't know.
Like you're gonna have this whole file put on you because your kid got bit by a rat out in a barn. Like,
anyway, the adventures.
Yes. These kids, I love them to death, but I think my lifespan got a little shorter because of them.
Welcome to parenthood. Guys, that wraps up this episode. MAES this summer, Magicians Alliance of Eastern States. Natalie and I will be performing in September. I think it's MAES online. Google it, find it, Magicians Alliance of Eastern States. It has the schedule. Registration is now open. We're doing a podcast there during the convention, and we're performing in one of the gala shows. Court Square Theater in Harrisonburg. We just signed the contract. We'll be doing our full evening stage show there in August.
Yeah.
And Arlington Draft House coming up soon in June.
Yes.
So check out those dates. The June date is definitely on our website, wesiseli.com events page. Other than that, if you need health coaching, contact her. If you need to buy a magic trick, contact me. And if you want to have an awesome show or see an awesome magic show, go to wesiseli.com. Other than that, Natalie, what else is there to say? See you next week.
Check us out online at wesiseli.com and patreon.com/Wes_Iseli for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled WESISELI.